Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Tanvi Taneja and with me is Vaibhav Srivastav with the evening news. The headlines. Health Ministry says lockdown decelerated the pace of spread of COVID-19 and averted many casualties. Coronavirus recovery rate improves to 42.45%. Arogya Setu becomes the world's largest contact tracing app, reaching over 11 crore 40 lakh people. States and union territories advised to organize home deliveries of essential medicines to ensure maternal and child health care amid COVID-19 pandemic. Class 10th and 12th students who move to different places can appear for the remaining exams from their current district. Incessant rains lash new areas in Assam, several rivers flowing above danger mark. And domestic equity benchmarks zoom over 3%. Sensex climbs 996 points while Nifty surges 286 points. The Health Ministry has said that lockdown has garnered multiple gains and primarily it has decelerated the pace of spread of the disease. According to the estimates made by the Ministry of Statistics and Programme Implementation, a large number of deaths and cases have been averted. At the same time, during the lockdown period, development of COVID-19 specific health infrastructure, increased testing capacity, vaccine research, and on the technical side, surveillance systems strengthened with more contact tracing, house-to-house surveys, along with tools like Arogya Setu, was achieved. The ministry said the government is taking several steps along with the states and union territories for prevention, containment and management of COVID-19. It said health infrastructure required for COVID-19 management was ramped up during the lockdown. More than 900 dedicated COVID hospitals with over 1,58,000 isolation beds, over 20,000 ICU beds and around 70,000 oxygen-supported beds are available. The centre has also provided over 1 crore 13 lakh N95 masks and around 90 lakh personal protective equipment to the states and union territories. The Health Ministry said the fatality rate is 2.86%, whereas the world average is 6.36%. The Health and Family Welfare Ministry said that a total of 64,426 people affected with coronavirus have been cured and the recovery rate has reached 42.45% in the country. During the last 24 hours, 3,935 people have recovered and 6,387 fresh cases of COVID-19 have been reported, taking the total number of cases to 1,51,767. The Health Ministry said 170 deaths have been registered in the last 24 hours, taking the nationwide death toll to 4,337. Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan today said the Arogya Setu app has become the world's largest contact tracing app, reaching over 11 crore 40 lakh people in 40 days. In a series of tweets, the minister said the app is a classic example of coordination between the government, the industry and citizens. He said the iOS version of the open source app will be released in the next 2 weeks. Dr. Harshvardhan said the use of the app is continuously increasing and people are benefiting from it. He said 2 crore people downloaded this app in Uttar Pradesh and 82 people infected with COVID-19 were detected there through this app. He added that 3,000 hotspots have been identified in the country with the help of this app. We have a report on this.
Government launched the Arogya Setu mobile app on 2nd of April to help augment the efforts of limiting the spread of COVID-19. The app is available in 12 languages and on Android as well as iOS platforms. The key pillars of Arogya Setu have been transparency, privacy and security. In line with India's policy on open source software, the source code of Arogya Setu has now been made open source. So far, the platform has reached out to more than 9 lakh users and helped advise them for quarantine, caution or testing. Amongst those who were recommended for testing, almost 24% of them have been found COVID-19 positive. With Bhupendra Singh, Suparna Segya, AIR News, Delhi.
The Health Ministry has advised states and union territories to organize home deliveries of essential medicines like calcium, ORS, zinc, contraceptives, iron folic in containment zones to ensure maternal and child health care amid the coronavirus pandemic. It said drugs and commodities needed for continuing reproductive, maternal, newborn, child, adolescent health, plus nutrition services should be treated as essential commodities. In this regard, the ministry issued a guidance note today wherein it was stressed that critical services for women, children and adolescents should be provided, irrespective of their COVID-19 status. The ministry said campaign mode services like mass vitamin A prophylaxis, campaigns for intensified diarrhea control fortnight, National Deworming Day and test, treat and talk camps for anemia can be organized on an alternative mechanism through home delivery of essential services and commodities based on local situation. Health Ministry said that all COVID suspects and positive cases should be provided services at dedicated COVID facilities. It said COVID testing is not mandatory for these services and ICMR testing guidelines need to be followed. It also stressed on the use of teleconsultation services to prevent overcrowding and reduce cross-infection. The ministry said with more than 2.5 crore pregnancies each year in the country, it is important to ensure the availability of services during this period, as any denial of services can have an impact on maternal and newborn mortalities. The Health Ministry has issued an advisory on reprocessing and reuse of eye protection goggles used as a crucial component of personal protective equipment PPE kits. It said the goggles conforming to prescribed Bureau of Indian Standard BIS specifications can be reused after proper disinfection. The ministry said reprocessing must be done after every use before using it again. It advised to adhere to manufacturers' instructions for cleaning and disinfection of goggles. The ministry said goggles may be issued to each healthcare worker who will decontaminate them after every use. The Power Finance Corporation Limited, a central PSU under the Ministry of Power, has tied up with Taj Sats, one of Asia's largest food companies, to provide hygienic and nutritious food to frontline COVID warriors. As part of this endeavour, PFC will provide packed lunch boxes to doctors and other medical staff engaged in the treatment of COVID-19 patients at Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital in New Delhi. The company has provided financial assistance of 64 lakh rupees to Taj Sats for supply of high quality and hygienic food to the doctors and medical staff of RML Hospital on a daily basis for a period of 60 days. The Health Ministry has selected RML Hospital in New Delhi as one of the hospitals dedicated to the treatment of COVID-19, where doctors and other health staff are providing round-the-clock medical and other health services to COVID-19 patients.
In our series, Experts Speak on All India Radio, we bring you the views of leading medical experts on COVID-19. Talking to AIR News, Dr. Uma Kumar, head of Rheumatology Department, AIIMS, said that lockdown is very effective in containing the spread of coronavirus in the country and it is a timely decision taken by the government.
Lockdown period has been effective, there is no doubt about it. It has been able to slow down the pace of spread of coronavirus infection, and during this period the health infrastructure has been built up and it has also helped in containing the peak of the infection. You can imagine what would have happened if there was a peak like it's happening in US or in European countries. Our whole health system would have collapsed. So it has given us time for building up health infrastructure.
Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal has said that the concept of the Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign entails a confident, self-reliant and a caring nation which takes care of all strata of society and nurtures development of all parts of the country. Mr. Goyal said this at a meeting with the industry and trade associations through video conferencing. The minister said the Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign will inculcate the spirit of oneness among 130 crore citizens of the country and will support the Indian companies. He said in the last 3 decades post-liberalization, the country progressed, but the focus was city-centric. He said the rural and backward areas remained deprived, forcing millions of people to migrate to cities for employment and opportunities. Mr. Goyal said the fight against COVID-19 cannot be undertaken by the government alone, and it is the nation's fight, and all stakeholders have to play an important, positive role in it.
Union Home Minister and senior BJP leader Ravi Shankar Prasad today hit out at Congress leader Rahul Gandhi, accusing him of trying to weaken the country's resolve to fight the COVID-19 pandemic. Talking to Media New Delhi, Mr. Prasad alleged that Mr. Gandhi is misleading the nation by resorting to falsehood. He said Rahul Gandhi is trying to weaken the resolve of the country by spreading negativity, working against the nation in times of crisis and spreading false facts and false news. He said the Congress leader earlier said that the lockdown is not a solution against COVID-19, but on the contrary, Punjab and Rajasthan imposed lockdowns and the Maharashtra government also extended it till the 31st of this month. He said Mr. Gandhi also levelled false allegations against the NDA government that fares are being charged from the migrant workers on Shramik special trains. Mr. Prasad said many times the government has clarified that no fare is being charged from the migrant workers, as 85% of the travel fare is being borne by the Ministry of Railways and 15% by the states. He said the Prime Minister has united the country through the lockdown, and this is the reason that India has reported less deaths due to coronavirus in comparison to the other developed countries. Nationals of 14 countries who have been arrested in connection with Tablighi Jamaat gathering are being given physical consular access. Our correspondent, quoting official sources, reports all those who have been arrested are in jail. Government is providing physical consular access to them as per the requests from the respective embassies. You're listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Health Ministry says lockdown decelerated the pace of spread of COVID-19 and averted many casualties. Coronavirus recovery rate improves to 42.45%. Arogya Setu becomes the world's largest contact tracing app, reaching over 11 crore 40 lakh people. States and union territories advised to organize home deliveries of essential medicines to ensure maternal and child health care amid COVID-19 pandemic. Class 10th and 12th students who move to different places can appear for remaining exams from their current district. Incessant rains lash new areas in Assam, several rivers flowing above the danger mark. And domestic equity benchmarks zoom over 3%. Sensex climbs 996 points, while Nifty surges 286 points. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle, @AIR News Alerts.
There is a major relief for students appearing for the pending Class 10th and 12th examinations conducted by the Central Board of Secondary Education (CBSE) from 1st of July this year. Human Resource Development Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank has informed that students who have moved to another state or district during the lockdown can appear in these exams from their current district or state. He said students don't need to travel to their previous exam centres in order to appear in these examinations. Mr. Pokhriyal said that students need to inform their schools regarding their choice of district for appearing in the board exams. The schools will then coordinate with the CBSE in order to arrange and inform about the new examination centre to the students. Union Minister of State for Home Affairs, J. Kishan Reddy, today said that the ministry has not granted permission to open any educational institute across the country. In a tweet, Mr. Reddy said any news stating otherwise is fake and shall not be trusted. In view of COVID-19 pandemic, the University of Kashmir has decided that there will be no end-term exams for the current semester and the previous semesters where exams were due during the lockdown period. In a significant decision, the students will be promoted to the next semester based on internal assessment in tune with UGC guidelines. The heads of departments, in consultation with their respective departmental committees, will decide the mode of internal assessment with a transparent and well-defined scale.
Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has said that on the second day of recommencement of domestic passenger flights in the country, the airports handled 62,641 flyers on 445 departures and 447 arrivals. He informed that functioning of all the airports was smooth and only 6 departures were rescheduled. Flight operations will commence in West Bengal from tomorrow. The West Bengal government has decided to keep migrant workers at quarantine centres compulsorily who were coming from Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Delhi and Chennai. Announcing this in Kolkata today, the Chief Minister, Mamata Banerjee, said that migrant workers are coming from those areas will stay at quarantine centres for 14 days as the number of corona-attacked people in these states are high. She alleged that the railways are running Shramik special trains without consulting the state government. In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, 15 domestic flights carrying 1,289 passengers arrived at Jammu and Srinagar airports today on the third day after the resumption of the air services in the country. A total of 217 passengers aboard 7 flights, including 1 charter air travel, arrived at Jammu airport, while 8 flights with about 1,072 passengers on board landed at the Srinagar airport today. All the passengers were tested for the COVID-19 virus and transported to their destinations at both the airports amid strict observance of all necessary preventive protocols. The administration has emphasized that all passengers use masks and follow guidelines of the social distancing norms in letter and spirit. Under Vande Bharat mission, 10 special flights are carrying Indian nationals to Kerala today. More from our correspondent.
6 flights had arrived in Kochi carrying over 800 stranded Indian nationals, of which 2 flights were from Abu Dhabi and 1 each from Dubai, Kuwait, Dublin and Ukraine. 2 flights carrying nearly 300 passengers had arrived in Kozhikode from Abu Dhabi and Dubai. In Thiruvananthapuram, 2 flights from Abu Dhabi and Dubai arrived a short while ago. Meanwhile, 40 more positive COVID-19 cases were confirmed in Kerala today, taking the total number of active cases to 445. Out of the newly confirmed cases, 37 are returnees from abroad and other states. 10 people recovered from the disease today. After the all-party meeting in Thiruvananthapuram today, Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan said that the preparedness and surveillance will be strengthened and each individual needs to be a warrior against COVID-19 to stop the virus spread. He said that 3,000 tests will be conducted on daily basis from now on, and the registration for people coming from outside in the government portal need to be strictly abided to. Mayusha for AR News from Thiruvananthapuram.
Continuing with the evacuation of the stranded Indian nationals from Bangladesh, 170 people today left Hazrat Shah Jalal Airport, Dhaka, for Kolkata. Among the evacuated people, 112 persons were working at the Rampal power plant in Bangladesh. A few more evacuation exercises, including a flight from Dhaka and evacuation from the land border of Bangladesh for northeastern states, is scheduled to take place over the next few days.
Participating in the program Samvad on All India Radio today, a senior official from the Railways informed that all platforms for ticket booking are operational to ease the booking procedure and to avoid any rush at any centre.
करीब 4-5 दिन पहले ये निर्णय इम्प्लीमेंट किया जा चुका है कि देश के सभी रिजर्वेशन काउंटर्स को खोल दिया गया है। रिजर्वेशन काउंटर के साथ साथ जो आईआरसीटीसी के ऑथराइज एजेंट्स होते थे उनको भी ऑथराइज कर दिया गया है कि वो ऑनलाइन टिकट बुक कर सकते हैं। इसके अतिरिक्त कॉमन सर्विस सेंटर्स हमारे जो होते हैं सीएससी, उनको भी अधिकृत कर दिया गया है कि वो टिकट बुक कर सकें। पोस्ट ऑफिस में हमारे टिकट बुक होते थे और जहां भी हमारे टिकट बुक होते थे उन सभी जगह को पूर्णतः खोल दिया गया है, जिससे कम से कम लोगों की भीड़ स्टेशन पे हो।
The senior official also said that all types of classes will be available and a confirmed ticket will be required to travel.
में सभी क्लासेस जो नॉर्मल ट्रेन में होते हैं वो उपलब्ध रहेंगे। एक ही अंतर है कि जो इसमें जनरल क्लास होता था, लोग उसमें अनरिजर्व टिकट लेके बैठ जाया करते थे, वो हमने खत्म कर दिया है। कोई भी अनरिजर्व टिकट हम नहीं देने वाले हैं, सिर्फ रिजर्व टिकट रहेगा। जनरल क्लासेस जो हैं उनको भी हम लिमिटेड रिजर्व टिकट ही हम देंगे। हर व्यक्ति को उसमें एक सीट नंबर अलॉट किया जाएगा और उस सीट पे वो बैठ के जा सकता है। जितने लोगों को अलाउ किया जाएगा उतने ही लोग जाएंगे, किसी भी तरह की भीड़ उसमें नहीं होगी। और उसका जो किराया है वो सेकंड क्लास सीटिंग का जो 2S बोलते हैं उसका किराया चार्ज होगा।
In Tamil Nadu, the total number of COVID-19 infected cases has surged to 18,545 with 817 people confirmed positive today. They include 558 from Chennai and 138 returnees from Maharashtra. Chennai alone has a caseload of 12,203 people. 6 patients died of the disease today, taking the toll to 133 so far, while 567 people were discharged. A report.
In view of the pandemic situation, the State Education Minister has said the schools are permitted to hold online classes for the students. He told reporters in Chennai today, a committee on education will look into realigning the syllabus for all the standards so that the truncated working days due to the pandemic situation do not affect the students. The date of reopening of schools will be decided later after a higher level committee led by the State Chief Minister meets and assesses the prevailing situation. Meanwhile, the Plus 2 public examination answer sheets valuation centers have been increased from 67 to 201 to meet the social distancing norms by the teachers. Jai Singh, AER News, Chennai.
Amid the raging war of words between the ruling Mahavikas Aghadi government and opposition BJP over handling of COVID-19, the representatives of Shiv Sena, NCP and Congress addressed a joint press conference today. The representatives asked the opposition to cooperate with the state government in the battle against COVID-19 instead of creating chaos. Former Chief Minister and Leader of Opposition Devendra Fadnavis, on the other hand, said that the state government is lying and hiding information on COVID cases in the state. More in this report.
Augmenting its health infrastructure to cater to more and more patients affected due to COVID-19, the Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai has said that its 40-bedded Corona Care Centre having ICU facility and another CCC at the Mahalakshmi Racecourse in the city will be functional from 30th of this month. A 500-bedded Corona Care Centre is already functional in NSCI. In another development, about 1,600 stranded migrant workers hailing from Tamil Nadu left for the southern state in a special train from the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj terminus. The workers started their journey for Tirunelveli on Tuesday evening, a railway press statement said today. Meanwhile, Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh has refuted rumours been spread on social media of army deployment in Mumbai and Pune to enforce a 10-day curfew. He termed the circulation of such messages as baseless and false and said the government is acting against the culprits. Kunal Shinde, AIR News, Mumbai.
In Uttar Pradesh, number of active corona patients has now reached 2,790. In the last 24 hours, 110 new cases have been identified. Our correspondent reports that in Kanpur city, the recovery rate of corona patients has emerged the highest in the state, and more than 90% patients have been discharged from the hospitals.
Good news in the fight against corona in the state has come from Kanpur. Earlier, Kanpur city was in the list of those cities where the coronavirus was spreading rapidly and number of patients was more than 300. Even Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has asked officials to pay extra attention in three cities, Meerut, Agra and Kanpur, where number of COVID-19 cases were rising. But in last few days, over 90% patients have been discharged after recovery, which is far better than the state average of recovery, which is around 59%. PM of Kanpur, Dr. Brahmadev Ram Tiwari told AIR that the spread of virus is now slow and around 2 dozen cases are now in the hospitals, which is a good sign. Meanwhile, around 20 lakh migrant workers have reached from other states in Uttar Pradesh with the arrangement of around 1,500 trains. Gorakhpur received the highest number of 208 trains in country. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
The National Human Rights Commission NHRC has issued a notice to the Uttar Pradesh government over a reported death of a migrant worker due to hunger in Saharanpur, Uttar Pradesh. The report has been sought from the state government in 4 weeks. In Nepal, 114 more persons tested positive for COVID-19 today. This is the first time that the Himalayan nation reported 100-plus coronavirus cases in a single day. There is a sudden increase in COVID-19 cases in Nepal, and during the last week, more than 450 persons were diagnosed with coronavirus. In Sri Lanka, 51 persons tested positive for COVID-19 today. All Navy personnel, thus increasing the total infections tally to 1,370. The country has witnessed the highest daily number of 137 virus cases yesterday.
In an effort to guard against fake news being circulated on various platforms, we bring you our segment on fact-checking and myth-busters. In response to a video being circulated on social media and some news channels, where a child is shown along with his deceased mother's body at a railway station, the Indian Railways has clarified that the family of the deceased woman has confirmed of her being ill even before boarding the train on 23rd of May for travelling from Ahmedabad in Gujarat to Katihar in Bihar. The Railways has stated that after the demise of the lady, her family deboarded her body at Muzaffarpur railway station on 25th of May. The Railways has urged people not to spread and support any rumour or fake news based on factless reports. The News Services Division of All India Radio, in its bilingual live phone-in program tonight, will bring you a special discussion on COVID-19. Listeners can ask questions to the expert on toll-free telephone number 1800-115767. This can be heard tonight on the FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. onwards. Bollywood actress Sonam Kapoor appealed to people to avoid unnecessary travel during coronavirus lockdown for their safety as well as for the safety of others.
कोरोना वायरस के चलते मेरी आप सबसे अपील है कि अपने तथा दूसरों के बचाव के लिए कुछ चीजों का ध्यान रखें। जब तक बहुत आवश्यक ना हो तब तक ट्रेन से गैर जरूरी यात्राएं ना करें। रेलवे स्टेशन और प्लेटफॉर्म पर जहां अधिक भीड़ होती है वहां इन्फेक्शन फैलने का खतरा भी अधिक होता है। इसलिए अपनी तथा दूसरों की सुरक्षा के लिए इन स्थानों पर जाने से बचे तथा अपने ट्रेन यात्राओं को पोस्टपोन कर दे। आप जहां भी हैं वहीं रहिए।
Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman attended the Special Board of Governors meeting of the New Development Bank NDB through video conferencing in New Delhi today. She commended the contribution of NDB in funding the infrastructure development, which has positively impacted the development agenda of the member countries, including India. In Assam, over 2.72 lakh people are reeling under the fury of floods in 11 districts. New areas have been inundated due to breach in river embankments and incessant rains. Several rivers are flowing above the danger level. Relief and rescue measures are being taken by the administrations in the flood-hit areas. Forest Minister Parimal Suklabdia has visited Kaziranga National Park to review the flood preparedness. A report.
Assam Chief Minister Sarvananda Sonowal has reviewed the flood situation in Guwahati with senior officials and instructed all concerned departments to provide necessary help. Public Health Engineering Minister Rohan Daimari said that instruction has been given to provide safe drinking water in the flooded areas. He said that utmost care is being taken to ensure hygiene and cleanliness at relief camps. Over 16,000 people are taking shelter at temporary relief camps at Gwalpara, Nalbari and Tinka districts. Proper social distancing is being maintained in the relief camps. Manas Pratim Sharma, AR News, Guwahati.
Rajasthan is reeling under severe heat wave conditions. Churu remained the hottest place on the third consecutive day today, where the maximum temperature was recorded 49.6 degrees Celsius. Our correspondent reports that the maximum temperature in many parts of the cities remained above 44 degrees Celsius.
Now let us take a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. The northwest and the central parts of the country will continue to remain under the grip of heat wave conditions. The national capital, Delhi, will witness minimum temperature of 29 degrees Celsius and maximum 45 degrees Celsius. In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, the minimum temperature will be 26 degrees Celsius in Jammu, while maximum will be around 41 degrees Celsius. In Gilgit, the temperature will hover between 13 and 36 degrees Celsius. It will face mainly clear sky. In Muzaffarabad, there will be a mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. India is carefully following the developments in Nepal. Government sources said border issues are sensitive in nature and require trust and confidence to be resolved till mutual satisfaction. They noted that there is a larger ongoing debate in this matter in Nepal, and it underlines the seriousness of this issue. It also demonstrates the value being attached to relations between Nepal and India. Sources said New Delhi will continue to monitor the situation. Our correspondent reports that Nepal has postponed their scheduled discussion on constitutional amendment to update their country's map. The BSE Sensex today rallied 996 points, led by massive gains in banking and IT stocks. The Sensex zoomed ahead of the expiry of monthly derivatives amid firm overseas cues. A report.
The 30-share index settled 996 points or 3.25% higher at 31,605. Similarly, broader NSE Nifty surged 286 points or 3.17% to 9,315. In the broader market at BSE, mid-cap and small-cap both underperformed the Sensex. Mid-cap rose 0.54%, while small-cap added 0.27%. The rupee depreciated 5 paise to settle at 75 rupees and 71 paise against the US dollar. In the domestic futures market on the multi-commodity exchange, gold contracts for June fell 182 rupees to 46,140 rupees per 10 grams. And in intraday trade, Brent crude prices were trading around $35.50 per barrel. V. Ravi Kumar with Sanjeev Kumar Singh for AIR News.
Central Bureau of Investigation, CBI, has registered a case against a private company and its 3 directors for causing an alleged loss of over 100 crore rupees to the State Bank of India. The agency said it has registered a case on a complaint received from SBI against a private rice company based at Karnal, Haryana, and its 3 directors. And now, before we end, the headlines once again. Health Ministry says lockdown decelerated the pace of spread of COVID-19 and averted many casualties. Coronavirus recovery rate improves to 42.45%. Arogya Setu becomes the world's largest contact tracing app, reaching over 11 crore 40 lakh people. States and UTs advised to organize home deliveries of essential medicines to ensure maternal and child health care amid COVID-19 pandemic. Class 10th and 12th students who move to different places can appear for remaining exams from their current district. Incessant rains lash new areas in Assam. Several rivers flowing above danger mark. And domestic equity benchmarks zoom over 3%. Sensex climbs 996 points, while Nifty surges 286 points. And with that, we end the evening news.